Hello everybody. Today our lesson is going to be about the present simple tense. Okay. We form the present simple with the infinitive of the verb. So you start with the subject I, and the plus subject, verb infinitive. And of course we know that infinitive is a verb without any addition. When we say infinitive, it's a verb without s, without ing, without ed. It is a verb in its basic form. So we first start with the subject I, and then infinitive work. I work. Alright? But what if we start with he? In this case, if the subject is he or she or it, it's plus infinitive and s or es or ies. So it's he works. Alright? Now, you work, we work, you work, they work. Which means what? Which means that with I, you, we, and they, the verb is infinitive. And again, infinitive means the verb without any additions. But with he or she or it, as you can see, he works, she works, it works. So with he or she or it, we add it to the verb s. Okay, let's see. We said that with he or she or it, we add s or es or ies. Let's see. As for the s, you add it to normal verbs, just like breathe. He breathes. So, as for the ies, of course you know that in English we have 5 vowel letters. The 5 vowel letters are E, A, I, O, U. These are the vowel letters in English. As for the rest of the letters, we call them consonants. So, if you have a verb that ends with Y, but before the Y you have a consonant, we cross or cancel the Y and then add IES. Just like the verb study. If you look at the verb study, it ends with Y, and before the Y we have consonant letter, which is D. So we canceled the Y and we added IES. He studies. But if you look at the verb play, you will find Y, and before the Y a vowel letter, A. So we don't cancel the Y, and we only add S. Play, plays. As for the ES, if you have a verb that ends with SS, SH, CH, O, or X, you add ES. Look at the verb go, it ends with O, so you add ES. The verb watch, it ends with CH, so you add ES. The verb kiss ends with double S, you add ES. The verb wash ends with SH, so you add ES. The verb fix ends with X, so you add ES. Let's look at the uses of present simple. We use the present simple, first of all, to talk about activities we usually do, which we call habits or routines. I go to school every day. I wash my face in the morning. I go to school by bus. I visit my uncle on Sunday. These are all called the habits or routines. The second use is for facts. And by facts, we mean things that never change. When you talk about fact, it's something that can never change. Just like when you say the sun rises in the morning, that's a fact. And if you look at the verb rises, it's a present simple tense. As for the third use, it's for timetable. A timetable means things that have fixed time. The train arrives at 6 o'clock. The train, of course, has a fixed time. The lesson ends at 9 o'clock. The film starts at 3 o'clock. The match ends at 9 o'clock. These are all timetables, things that have fixed time. Let's look at the time reference, or what we call the keywords of tense. Of course, you know that each tense should have its own keywords. As for the keywords, we have every, it could be every day, every week, every month, every year. We also have on Sunday, on Monday, at the weekend, in summer. For example, she studies French in the afternoon. That's a habit, of course. We also have other keywords such as always, usually, often, sometimes, never, every. These are the time references or the keywords for the present simple tense. So now I need to make affirmative for this sentence. He go. it will be what? It will be he goes to school. Of course, he goes to school every day. I think it's obvious that it's a habit or a routine. Here, they eat on Friday. We said that with they, the verb infinitive. So they eat. They eat a lot on Friday. She surfs. I think it's a habit here. So she surfs the internet. With she, verb plus s. She surfs. Alright, now, she cry. If you look at the verb cry, it ends with what? It ends with y. And before the y, we have what? We have a consonant. So we shall cross the y and add ies. She cries. Let's look at the negative form. If you want to make negative for the present simple tense, you have two ways. It's either don't or doesn't. And of course, after don't or doesn't, you should use verb infinitive. Of course, the do comes with plural, and the doesn't comes with singular. And the contracted or the abbreviation is don't or doesn't. I don't play, he doesn't read. You don't dance, she doesn't study. We don't eat, it doesn't sleep. They don't like. Alright, make negative for this sentence. She loves, so she doesn't love him. Now make negative, he rides every day, he doesn't ride every day. Now I need you to make affirmative or negative form of the verb in brackets. Dave not study in Madrid. Of course, Dave does not or doesn't live. Does not or doesn't live. Number 2, so study. It will be so. If you look at the verb study, it ends with y. Before the y consonant, you will cross the y and add ies. So studies German at school. My dad drives. My dad drives. Number 4, we not walk to school. We don't walk to school. Number 5, the 34 bus not stop. The 34 bus does not stop here. Mr. Brown teach math. Mr. Brown doesn't teach math. Number 7, the children play football. Okay, it is the same because the children plural, the children play football. Number 8, Mary wash the dishes after lunch. Mary washes, and of course wash ends with sh, so it will be es. Mary washes the dishes after lunch. Thank you, teachers.